Bring your chair, come close. What do? You sing Jai Radha Madhava? Was done. I sing? Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Jai Sachidananda Gaura Hari. Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Damodar ki jai. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhaktavind ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatharine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham bande. Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram. Hare Krishna, I offer my respectful obeisances to all the Sangha Vaishnavas. Today I was told that every Ekadasi you read from Prabhupada Lilamrita. So I thought I will share some Prabhupada's pastime today. And next Ekadasi we can continue reading. But today we'll talk about Prabhupada. Prabhupada is the personification of Mahaprabhu's desire. It is Prabhupada who fulfilled the mission and the vision, the desire of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Today we'll be discussing different qualities of Prabhupada. And one of the foremost quality of Prabhupada is that he unconditionally loved everyone. I don't know if you were there last night. I was talking about how in this world we cannot express what's inside our heart to somebody. Not to even your closest friends and relatives. Because as soon as you reveal your mind, they start judging you. Before you revealed, everything was nice. As soon as you started to reveal, Prabhu, I'm having hard time chanting. Oh, you're having hard time chanting? Inside the mind, oh, he's not a good devotee. Better I don't associate. You start judging. So in this world, it's very, very difficult to find someone that you can truly trust and have faith in. It's difficult to find somebody who will not judge you, but accept you as you are. That is only possible by Krishna. Krishna doesn't judge you. Everybody else judges you. Why do you feel there's so much frustration in this world? Why do you feel the ratio of committing suicide is so high? Because people are sad. They're miserable. So much load in their shoulder they're carrying that they cannot share with somebody. And unfortunately, we even see that in our devotee community also. So much frustration. So much sadness. Why? Because they cannot express themselves genuinely. And even if they express, they sugarcoat. You know what is sugarcoat? They don't tell, they tell it indirectly. But Krishna and Krishna's pure representatives like Prabhupada, who does not judge anybody, but will accept you as it is. And that is why you will see that all classes of men and women, all classes of living entities, they surrender to Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada never made any discrimination. Black, white, poor, rich, educated, uneducated, he has accepted everybody. Like all of you are here, different looks, all of you have different looks, different names, different mood, different food habits, different color liking, different nature. All of you came to Prabhupada. Why? Because from within, you understand that Prabhupada will not judge you. And therefore, when Harishari Prabhu told Prabhupada, he says, Prabhupada, everyone loves you so much. Prabhupada said, yes, because I love everybody. So Prabhupada, because he genuinely cared. Otherwise, why would he, at the age of 70, leave Vrindavan and go to America? Nachao, nachao, Prabhu, nachao samate. I'm a puppet on your hand. Make me dance as you please. He knew this was the desire of Mahaprabhu. He was so merciful. He did not judge anybody. Accepted everyone. So if you want to be a preacher, you want to reach out, we have to stop judging people. Accept as they are. And with love and care, we try to rectify. Prabhupada chastised. Prabhupada chastised very heavily to devotees. But to those whom he chastised, they felt the pure concern and pure love that Prabhupada had for them. If you don't love someone, you do not have the right to chastise. Just like the parents. Parents have the right, authority have the right to chastise. But if the authority's attitude, if the authority's mood, if the parent's mood is not out of love, if the concern to rectify is not out of love, then the authority or the parents or the teacher do not have the right to chastise. Therefore, whenever Prabhupada's disciples were chastised by Prabhupada, they realized that it is Srila Prabhupada's causeless mercy. Therefore, many of the disciples of Prabhupada, they would say that Srila Prabhupada, your chastisement is your mercy. So with this introduction, we will begin today's class that Prabhupada loved everybody. Whether he praised somebody, whether he chastised somebody, it's only out of pure love. And as Prabhupada's representative, we must imbibe those qualities if we want to be a preacher. And one of the first principles that Prabhupada taught us is to engage everything in Krishna's service. Yukta Vairagyam Uchyate. Rupa Goswami's principle of engaging everyone. There is a very nice story that one time one industrialist, Shilpapati, industrialist, came to see Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was in a walk, morning walk. And this industrialist, he was out of pride, showing off. He was saying, Swamiji, I have this factory here, that factory there, I have this business here, I have that business there. Meaning like, how rich he is, how influential he is. I have all this, but I cannot sleep in the night. So Prabhupada said, that is why you cannot sleep in the night. Give me everything. Prabhupada said, give me everything. And then you can sleep nicely. Then this industrialist got scared. Because Swamiji is saying, give me everything, maybe he will take away everything. He turned to one of the devotees, and one Prabhupada disciple says that it could be Gopal Krishna Maharaj. You can ask him. It could be Gopal Krishna Maharaj. The Prabhupada turned to Gopal Krishna Maharaj and said, get his number. Get his phone number. So this industrialist got scared. Now he's getting number, they will come, take all my money. So he said, no, Swamiji, it's okay. I have the number of the temple. Prabhupada said, no. You may have the number, but we must have your number. Gopal Krishna, take his number. Think about this. All of us, we have tension. Brahmacharis, Grihastha, Banaprastha, Sannyas. All ashrams have tension. Yes or no? You have tension, I have tension, Prabhu has tension. Who doesn't have tension? To the point that we are not fully surrendered, to that point we will have tension. To the point that we are not fully dependent on Krishna, to that point we will be frustrated. To the point that we are fully surrendered to Krishna, to that point we are peaceful. This person has everything. He said, I cannot sleep in the night. And sometimes us also, we cannot sleep in the night. Why? Because we are holding into things. The moment you let go, you're attached to something. You're attached to some relationship. You're attached to some results. I'm talking about material results, material attachment, material relationship. To the point that you're attached to, you'll suffer. To the point you're detached, you'll be peaceful. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As you know, in the beginning of ISKCON days, Prabhupada used to give sannyas to young devotees, very young devotees. 22, 23, 21, Prabhupada is giving them sannyas. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years in the movement, Prabhupada is giving sannyas. 1.5 years in the movement, Prabhupada is giving sannyas. So, when Hridayananda Maharaj was about to get sannyas, I don't remember the age, he must have been 22, 23 or something. This was in America, in Los Angeles. So, before the sannyas, one reporter asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, in India, sannyas is given to old people. But you are giving sannyas to young people. Why? Why are you giving sannyas to young people? In India, they give sannyas to old people. So Prabhupada asked, this person said old people, right? You should give sannyas to old people. So Prabhupada asked, what do you mean by old? But those reporters didn't know what to say. Who doesn't know what is old? Right? Prabhupada asked, what do you mean by old? So this reporter was stuck. He didn't know what to answer. So Prabhupada said, old means before dying. Can you say that you will not die before me? So if you die before me, who is old? Can you give me guarantee that you will not die before me? Or I will not die before you? Old means before dying. Now, as you know, Srimad Bhagwatam started with Parikshit Maharaj's question that what is the responsibility of a person who is about to die? Right? This is how Bhagwatam started. Is there anyone here who can say, I'm not about to die? We are all about to die. What does that mean? Are we young or old? I can't hear you. Again, are you young or old? Why? Because we're about to die. Who has given the responsibility? Who has taken your responsibility to say that you'll be okay for next 50, 60 years? You know, just a few days back, there was a Coromandel Express accident. Almost 280 people died. You think they knew before getting on the train that in 3 hours I'll be dying? No. So they are about to die. So they're old. We are about to die. So we are old. So Prabhupada is asking, what do you mean by old? Old means before dying. Therefore, I am giving sannyas. So it is very important to grasp these essential principles of Prabhupada's teaching. You're young. No. I mean, now really. You're young comparatively. How old are you? Why he has taken up Krishna consciousness at the age of 18? You go outside, you see what normal people are doing, getting into so many sinful activities. Because he has realized life is temporary. Any moment we can leave this world. Why we want to waste our life in the way that we have wasted millions of lives? Why? Prabhupada told Gopal, Bhakti Maharaj in Vrindavan, while Prabhupada was taking a massage, Prabhupada told Bhakti Maharaj, just one lifetime, just this lifetime, give it to Krishna. So many lifetimes we have gone for sense gratification. Just give one lifetime to Krishna and see how Krishna reciprocates. Devotees don't take spiritual life very lightly. They're very serious about spiritual life. Why? Because we're about to die. It sounds very rude, right? Sounds very rough. But it is real. It is realistic. It is the ground reality that cannot be avoided. So why not take Krishna consciousness very seriously? Once we take spiritual life seriously, there are certain principles that we need to follow. And the first principle, one of the primary principles of the 6 principles of full surrender is Dainya. Dainya Atma Nivedam means humility. So there is a nice story, pastime of Prabhupada with humility. As you know, Hridayananda Maharaj is one of the very prominent scholars in ISKCON. He has helped to translate and give purport to the last cantos of Srimad Bhagwatam, along with Gopi Paranadhana Prabhu, big scholar person. So during Prabhupada's time, he was a big youth preacher. Now so many youth preachers, Rambhadra Prabhu, Sundar Gopal Prabhu are youth preachers of today's days. Prabhupada's time, Hridayananda Maharaj was known for youth preaching. So every day, at the end of the day, he would come back from college preaching and report to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, today I have gone here, I have given a lecture, this many students came, this many books distributed. So Prabhupada would be very happy to hear this report of youth preaching. And Hridayananda Maharaj saw how Prabhupada was so happy getting this youth report of preaching. So seeing how Prabhupada was so happy, Hridayananda Maharaj started to feel little proud, Oh, I'm doing nice service, Prabhupada is happy, like that, Because Maharaj is very humble, so he's saying like this, I become a little proud. So when I came the next day, I came to Prabhupada's room, I paid obeisances, I sat down, so Prabhupada did not even look at me. He did not even look at him. And there was Prabhupada, there was one Mataji, Bhakti, not even initiate. He was making a flower base for Prabhupada's table. And this Mataji was very humble. And Prabhupada was talking to her very affectionately, like a grandfather. He was a sannyasi, sitting there. Prabhupada did not even look at him, did not talk to him, but was talking to this Mataji, asking her name, how you're doing, how is the service, so on and so forth. So Hridayananda Maharaj was saying, that day I realized that no matter what service you do, if it is not done with humility, it is not accepted. Devraj Indra, king of the heaven, he did an offense to the Brajvasis, to Krishna. He was thinking he was the Lord. When he came in front of Krishna, Krishna even did not look at him. Later on with Surabhi Mata and all, then Krishna was okay. So any service that is done even with a tinge of pride is rejected by the Lord and His pure representatives. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So one of the principles of devotional service is humility. We realized we are about to die, so we have taken devotional service, and the principle is humble, very, very humble. The next principle, this is very important. Say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, loudly, loudly, Hare Krishna. I know today is Ekadasi. I know. Please say Hare Krishna loudly. Why I am making you chant Hare Krishna? Because I want you to hear every word of this pastime. If you don't hear, don't follow this principle. According to Prabhupada, destruction will happen. Is that a heavy word, right? pralaya will happen to our spiritual life and to the society. So something will destroy our devotional life, something will destroy this movement, must be heard very carefully. If you can protect yourself from this destruction, your life will be fulfilled. You ready to hear? Say Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Prabhupada was in the room. Prabhupada's servant, Upendra Prabhu, was outside. And he was talking to some devotees on the veranda. Prabhupada could hear what Upendra Prabhu was talking. Prabhupada rang the bell. Upendra Prabhu came running, paid obeisances, asked Prabhupada, how can I serve you, Prabhupada? Prabhupada said, to whom are you talking to? Upendra Prabhu said, Prabhupada, some devotees. What are you talking about? Prabhupada heard everything. Prabhupada said, what are you talking about? Upendra Prabhu said, just about things and other devotees. You understand? Upendra Prabhu said, just about things and other devotees. Prabhupada said, that is gossip. Gossip will destroy this movement. Then Prabhupada paused. You know what is gossip? What is gossip? Prajalpa. Paracharcha, paraninda. This is something that Prabhupada completely rejected. 2-3 devotees sit together and criticize other devotees. Gossip about other devotees. Paracharcha, paraninda, Vaishnava Aparad. This is gossip. This will destroy our spiritual life. This will destroy the movement. If you came to the temple and some devotees are just talking bad about you, how would you feel? Encouraged or discouraged? Naturally. We must stay away from gossip. We must play a very important role in making sure that gossip doesn't happen in our Vaishnava community, in our temple, in our home, in our villages, in our town, in our city, in our country, in the world. We must play a very important role in that. And the best way to do it is we refrain from gossip. And if somebody comes and tells you, Prabhu, you know what this devotee did? Immediately you tell him, I'm sorry, Prabhu. I'm a neophyte devotee. Hearing this gossip, it really affects my devotional service. Please speak to the authority. I'm not the authority. All of you are temple president here? Yes, no? Yes? All of you temple president? Certain devotees have certain responsibilities. If everyone acts like the authority, everyone criticizes everybody, everyone thinks he's the judge, how will we grow in Krishna consciousness? Therefore, Prabhupada did not appreciate his own servant talking bad about other devotees. Prabhupada said gossip will destroy our movement. How careful we must be. This is in 1974 in Germany. Prabhupada went there and to attend a festival. Different devotees came from different parts to attend this beautiful festival. And Prithu Prabhu, you know Prithu Prabhu, right? Prithu Prabhu he was in Vrindavan. So he was managing the festival. And to manage the festival in his office, he had a board with, on that board he had the name of the devotees on magnetic, you know the magnetic holders, you have the names of the magnetic, you can change the names, you can change here and there. Magnet holders. So he had like the devotees from the kitchen, devotees from the deity worship, devotees from the bookstall, different names categorized differently. And he put it in this magnet holders because so he can change the names as he wishes. So he was sitting there, suddenly he felt that somebody was behind him. You know, sometimes you can feel, somebody standing behind you, you can feel. So he felt somebody was behind. He turned around, it was Prabhupada. This was in his office. So Prithu Prabhu immediately got down, paid obeisances, and Prabhupada saw this magnetic board. So Prabhupada said, what is that? What is that? So Prithu Prabhu explained, Prabhupada, this is a magnetic board. I have all the names of the devotees, and according to time, place and circumstance, I can change the names. I can take one devotee from the kitchen and put in the deity department. I can take one name from the deity department and put it in the, say, book distribution. Prabhupada was very inquisitive. Oh, really? Can I try? Prabhupada said. Can I try? Yes, of course, Prabhupada. So Prabhupada began to play around with this magnetic board. He changed a couple of names. Randomly, you know. He took one devotee, put it here, put one devotee there. Like a game, you know. But then Prabhupada said, you know, he turned to Prithu Prabhu, he became very grave, and he looked very deeply in Prithu Prabhu's eyes, and he said, all this will fail. Meaning all these systems, all this will fail if there is no love and trust between the devotees. You may have nice systems, but if there is no love and there is no trust among the devotees, then what is the point? Everything is meaningless. So, in devotee community, in the brahmacharya ashram, in the congregation, in the youth basis, in every preaching field, this should be the principle. Love and trust. If there is no love and trust, Prabhupada said everything will fail. You have seen how the dead body is sometimes decorated? Have you seen? Nice clothes, everything fresh. What is the point? Devotional life means relationship with the devotees, relationship with the Lord, relationship with the holy name, relationship with the Dham. There is nothing beyond relationship in devotional service. So if your relationship with the devotees is good, your relationship with the holy name is solid, your relationship with the Dham is very, very respectful, and you have full faith in Radha Damodar and Gaur Nitai and Prabhupada, then your devotional life is solid. Okay, today's last pastime, then we'll end and we'll see if there is any question. Sometime in our devotional life, we don't feel very inspired to chant. We don't feel very inspired to come to the temple. We don't feel very inspired to read Prabhupada's books. We do not even feel inspired to pay obeisances. Right or wrong? Haribol. Right or wrong? Unless you are Mahabhagavat, then it's a different thing. But many times we like it, many times we don't like it. Even if we don't like, should we still do it or should we not do it? Because it should come from the heart, no? If it doesn't come from the heart, then what is the point? This is the logic we feel. I don't feel like chanting. I don't feel like going to the temple. So why I should do it? There is a very nice pastime about this with Gargamuni Prabhu. In 22nd Avenue in New York, the first center of ISKCON, Prabhupada used to come. He was staying upstairs, come down, and as soon as he sat, or as soon as the devotees saw him coming down, everyone would pay obeisances. But Gargamuni Prabhu did not pay obeisances. Why? Because he felt it wasn't coming from the heart. If it's not coming from the heart, it's artificial. Why I should do? So everyone started to pay obeisances except for Gargamuni Prabhu. But then because he wasn't paying obeisances, everyone noticed. Now if one of the brahmacharis comes in front of the deities, what do you think? Is good or bad? Good or bad? Bad. And then Rambhadra Prabhu will call him, hey, what's going on? You're not paying obeisances to Krishna, going like this? Same thing happened. Everyone started to look at Gargamuni Prabhu a little differently, so he felt self-conscious. So he thought, better I ask Prabhupada and get permission not to pay obeisances. Then no one can say anything. So after the evening Gita class, Prabhupada asked, is there any question? Gargamuni Prabhu raised hand in front of everybody. Prabhupada said, yes. Gargamuni Prabhu said, well, when you come down, everyone pays obeisances. But I don't. Because I don't feel like it. If I don't feel like it, and even if I do it, that is artificial. I want to be real. He told, you know how the Americans speak, right? Very frank, open. So I want to be real. I don't feel like paying obeisances. So Swamiji, is it okay? He's asking in front of everybody. So Prabhupada will give permission, you know. Prabhupada said, no. You should bow down. If you keep on doing it, then the feeling will come. He was saying, because I don't feel like it, why I should do. Prabhupada said, you keep on doing it, then the feeling will come. I will say one sloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I want all of you to repeat. I'll just close this. You repeat after me, okay? Sadhan bhakti, louder. Sadhan bhakti, hoite hoy, rotir uday, roti garo, hoile tar, prem nam, koy. The meaning of this is sadhan bhakti hoite hoy, roti uday. He's talking about feeling, no? Rati means taste. Rati means attachment. Rati means feeling. Some spontaneity. How will that come? Sadhan bhakti. From sadhana bhakti, rati will come. Taste will come. And when the rati karo hoi leta, with the rati or the attachment or the taste becomes solid, thick, substance, then prem nam koi. Then it becomes prema. So Prabhupada has taught this. Bow down. The feeling will come. You don't feel like chanting? Keep on chanting. The feeling will come. You don't like reading books? Keep on reading books. The feeling will come. You don't like paying obeisances? Pay obeisances. The feeling will come. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Oh, you got this verse? Put the translation. Read, someone read.
By regularly rendering devotional services, one gradually becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When that attachment is intensified, it becomes love of Godhead.
A Pandit, who did this? I just said a verse, you come out. How did you find it? Oh, okay, very nice. So I'm happy that I wasn't speculating, right? It is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, is there any question based on today's class? Please don't ask me what is the uncle of Duryodhana's sister's, father's, mother's brother. I don't know. So, from today's class, you can ask. Yes?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances that you notice me. Thank you for such a nectarian session. Prabhuji, as you told that the relation with holy name, for a neophyte sadhaka like me, I have a question that how can we develop that unconditional, unmotivated, unadulterated sneha samyukta harinam sankirtan within us?
This verse, you just read the translation, you asking?
Prabhuji, I had that by practicing, how could we do our level best in that?
Prabhupada gave a very simple process. When you sit for chanting, don't do anything else except for clear pronunciation, clear hearing. Every single word you're uttering should be heard with full concentration. Simply do that. Your attachment to the holy name will develop very fast. The reason why our attachment to the holy name is not there, because we try to do many things while chanting. We try to think, we talk, we look at the mobile, we read, we walk around, see the nature and whatnot while chanting. If you simply hear and pronounce clearly, you'll get the attachment to the holy name very fast. That's all. Keep it very simple. Yeah? Yes, Prabhu? Come close, come close.
Just wanted to understand the humility.
I can hear you.
I just wanted to understand the point of humility you just mentioned, first principle. So, what happens like sometimes some maybe devotees like pinpoint or criticize other devotees. Like we see when we live in a devotee community. Like sometimes we see that on little things devotees may fight also. So, like like
I can hear you. Close that.
how we maintain this principle, because sometimes it's that we should go to authority and speak with them and like talk with them about these things also, and sometimes we think, yeah, these are just little things, why should we go for these things? But still the issue continues that like we heard a lot of things, devotee should cooperate and all those things, and due to all those things we sometimes refrain to go to authority also. But like we see sometimes differences on basis on like some devotee have some personal liking for other devotees and they deal based on that also. So like living in devotee communities like sometimes become challenging in those sense ki should we meet like as per our personal nature we may not maintain every time like this like humility principle as this is very high.
This morning I was reading from the 7th canto, where Narada Muni is instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj about the process and the difficulties the devotees face. Narada Muni gave very interesting examples. He was talking about the grihastas, what are the difficulties grihastas face. Then he was talking about the difficulties faced by the brahmacharis and sannyasis. And then he was talking about the difficulties faced by the vanaprasthas. And then he was just, for many verses, Narad Muni is explaining to Yudhishthira Maharaj what are the difficulties faced by different ashrams. Just like you were talking about one particular issue, this issue is faced by all the ashrams, right? And Narad Muni gave the answer that these difficulties can be only overcome when one devotee is fully determined that he wants to be Krishna conscious. Then Narad Muni kept on saying, we can read this, I think this is 7th canto, chapter, it is the last chapter of the 7th canto. You can read the last chapter of the 7th canto. He says, Narad Muni says, unless and one is very determined, he cannot overcome these difficulties. Because, so you are sitting like this. Look how the other devotee is sitting. What the mind says. Why he is sitting like this? Your color, shirt color, his shirt color is same. Look, same. Your thing is like plain. Look at his. Different. Look at your hair. Look at his hair. You have less beard, he has more beard. Right? You're little, I don't know, but by sitting, the way you're sitting, looks like you're a little taller than him. Now, all this, you can say, hey, why are you sitting like this? Why is your hair like this? Why is your beard like this? Why your shirt is like this? So if you want to criticize, you have 100 million reasons to criticize. But if you are determined, a hook or crook, I have to be aloof from all this. I have to be aloof from all this. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenam upayatite. If you become determined, Krishna will give you all the facilities. But if your mood is to prajalpa, like Prabhupada said, then you will see a devotee will come to you. Prabhu, आपने सुना क्या हुआ मंदिर में? Cannot tolerate this, Prabhu. कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना? ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, Prabhu. Right? If your mood is different, somebody comes and tells you something. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, thank you. Please, I'm not the person. Better you speak to concerned devotees, it will be better. So if depends what is your mood, what do you want to achieve? You know achar, pickle. Yes? As soon as you like pani puri, what food you like? Of course today is Ekadasi, but it's okay. What food you like?
Like paneer.
Paneer. Like paneer sabji. As soon as paneer sabji comes, water comes in the tongue. For some, it's pizza. For some, it's pani puri. For some, it's dahi vada. I don't know what is your favorite food. Prajalpa is like that. Finding faults is like that. It's very alluring, very attractive. As soon as somebody comes and says, Prabhu, you know, you hear and you say, Prabhu, what I know more. And then you start. Right? ये तो कुछ नहीं है प्रभु मेरे पास और न्यूज है ज्यादा मसाला है उधर That's why Prabhupada was very careful. Prabhupada says, stop this gossip. This gossip will destroy our movement. Prabhupada's word, as it is, we have heard. यदि आपका मन में इच्छा है आगे बढ़ने का सही भक्त बनने का जिंदगी में कुछ भी हो जाए लेकिन भक्ति पथ में मैं रहूंगा यू विल सी हाउ कृष्ण विल हेल्प यू लेकिन उसके लिए डिटर्मिनेशन चाहिए जैसे नारद मुनि बोला युधिष्ठिर महाराज को आगे बढ़ना है भक्ति जीवन में जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना है बी डिटरमाइंड डोंट बी वीक और कुछ रास्ता नहीं है The problem is that, you get carried away. If you're determined, Krishna will help you. Okay? Yes?
We were talking about the six steps of Shamathi, 6 steps of service taking place in the morning. So we started with, I think we discussed that in the class, what is Atmanivedana and the next, what does it actually mean? Both the Trivara and Atmanivedana, what are they?
So, Danya Atmanivedan Gotritve Varan Avasya Rakhive Krishna Viswasapalam. If you really look at it, it is only one thing. It's full surrender to Krishna. And then different aspects of that. Full surrender requires great humility. Full surrender is there. Can you open 6 surrender of devotional service? That Krishna will fully protect me and that those things that is not positive for devotional service, you reject that. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam, that is part of it. Found? 6 symptoms of surrender. By Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, this is song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Saranagati. Found? Read. So you're starting from the back. That's fine. Read.
अनुकूलस्य संकल्प प्रतिकूलस्य वर्जनम रक्षिष्यति विश्वसो
Gotritve. Varnanaga.
आत्मनिक्षेपे कर्मण्य.
Read the translation.
Doing only what is favorable for unalloyed bhakti, rejecting everything unfavorable for unalloyed bhakti, having faith that only Bhagwan is one's protector, accepting Bhagwan as one's only maintainer, complete submission of oneself, feel meek, humble, insignificant, wretched, materially blessed.
Okay? Anything else? Okay, we'll end here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Guru Vrinda ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pramanande Hare
Hare Krishna. Sarvabhauma. Very grateful. We are thankful to Prabhuji for giving us such an excellent Bhagwatam, and at the same time giving a lot of teachings as a sadhaka to cover many points, different qualification of Gopal, and you can able to contemplate